northeast.edu.
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. 93.7 The Ticket sports news go now.
I'm Enrique Alvarez-Clary. Nebraska football fell to Michigan 32-29 inside Memorial Stadium on Saturday. After what seemed to be a defensive battle at the half with the Wolverines up 13-0, the Huskers scored 22 third-quarter points to take the lead going into the fourth quarter. That fourth quarter saw Michigan score 13 points, including the eventual game-winning field goal with 1:24 remaining in the game. The Blackshirts were on the field for 34 minutes, which was longer than head coach Scott Frost preferred.
I think it hurt the defense a little bit. We scored so fast in the third quarter that the defense was out there a long time. And I don't know if they were a little worn out at the end of the game. In these type of physical games, you get beat down a little bit, and we wanted to be ahead through that type period so we could keep our offense on the field and their defense on the field. And we hit some big plays, and our defense was out there a long time.
Next up for Nebraska, a road trip to Minneapolis to take on the Gophers of Minnesota. That game can be seen on ESPN2 with an 11 a.m. kickoff. Nebraska volleyball had another 2-0 weekend that started with a 4-set win over Penn State and State College. The Huskers followed that up with a sweep of Rutgers in New Brunswick. They're back inside the Devaney Center for the next two games this week, a midweek matchup with Indiana on Wednesday at 8 on ESPNU, and a Saturday tilt with Illinois on Nebraska Public Media at 6 p.m. And for all the latest sports news and updates, keep it tuned right here to 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to Ticket Weeknights.
Okay, here's the deal with Nicole.
Live from Copple Chevrolet GMC Studios in the heart of Lincoln, America.
She's just going to tell it like it is.
Nicole is, she's very wise.
Sometimes you're not going to like it.
Here is your host, Nicole Griffin.
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday night. Ticket Weeknights with Nicole Griffith alongside Connor Happer, and Big Sky is pushing the buttons for us like normal. Guys, how we feeling?
Hey, what's up? Good. Feeling great.
It did not need 4 answers, but appreciate it.
No, I said, hey, sup, good, feeling great. So it was really 2.
That was 4.
Well, I exchanged pleasantries. Hey, sup.
Feeling good?
Feeling good. Feeling great. Big Sky? He feels fine, too. He
feels fine. Yeah. Yep, he just had some ice cream. News of the day. Go ahead, Big Sky. You just brought the microphone towards your face. Nope. Say it.
I was just putting it there so I could be ready the next time.
Okay. Noted. And mute yourself. Okay. Today is a very important day in my life. Do you guys know why? You guys know why.
Why, Nicole?
Ask me why today's an important day.
Why?
It's 10/11 day. How about that?
And what's the significance of that?
It's cool.
But why?
What do you mean? Why is it 10/11 day?
No, not why is it 10/11 day. I know it comes after 10/10, but like
oh, right.
10/11. Why is that significant?
It's just cool. There's no the ticket day.
No, there's not. 9:37. There's none of that.
No.
Mm-mm.
But I do look at my phone a lot, and it's 9:37 or it's 10:11, and I'm like, I'm not enjoying this.
Interesting.
So
work is overtaking.
It is
overtaking.
Subconsciously taking over my iPhone.
It is 10/11 day, and Rico's mad at 10/11 yesterday because they were playing the wrong football game, and I talked to Kevin Suits about that today, and he didn't really have a reason for me, or not an adequate one, so I don't know.
It's also his birthday today.
I didn't know that until afterwards, so I kind of felt bad.
His bio is born on 10/11, work at 10/11.
Wow.
I know.
He was born for it.
So, wait to not.
How have you spent your 10/11 day?
Wait to not wish him happy birthday. I slept until 11.
Awesome.
11,
right
everything.
After 10.
And then today was really good. I needed to just we're in the grind. It's week 7, week 8 of high school football, college football.
Yeah.
I am just kind of getting to the point of just perpetually tired.
halfway home, more than halfway home. If you're Nebraska football, I was talking about this with Sipple today. We have to remind ourselves that it is like at times the season can get long, and if you're a fan, like annoying to hear about every day, or and if you cover the team, annoying to think about all the time, and that's always going to happen. But then we spend the rest of the 9 months of the year wishing that we could do this all the time. So I don't know. We try to stay positive.
I always get sad on the last game of like basketball or baseball because then football's coming up. But then you're just like, wow, a whole year until where football, I'm sad when football's done, but basketball's already started. So it's like it's kind of
you have no time to think about it.
Yeah, we're still going.
Yeah.
Versus the spring, it's just kind of like
so when basketball ends in March, it's like here we go.
And then the spring
we got
game.
A summer.
And I love spring games. I love scrimmages, but they're such teases because you're just like, oh, we have that, and then it's over.
You get a little nice baseball weather for like 2 weeks. The rest of the baseball games are cold and miserable. And yeah, that's pretty much the story.
You went to a baseball game today.
Yeah, I was at the Red-White World Series Game 1.
How was the weather for that?
The weather was actually magnificent. Not really much breeze or wind at all. Felt like, I don't know, what was it, 70, 72 degrees, something like that. Yeah, I think the red beat the white.
The Huskers won.
The Huskers did win, and we are back.
Were there anything stand out to you? Any home runs?
Yeah, somebody had a home run. I can't remember who it was. It was off of Christo, though, in the
Drew.
Yeah, Christo gave up another home run, but
how dare he?
He'll be fine.
That's against the rules.
Yeah, and
so they have one tomorrow. It's a 3-game series. So they play tomorrow and then also on Wednesday, all at 3:30. Will you be in attendance at all of these?
I don't think so. I don't think so. But
why?
I don't know. I enjoyed being out there today. I don't think I'll be.
We could go tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. You're busy?
I have.
You don't want to go to something?
No, I actually have something to do tomorrow.
You're lying.
But I can't remember what.
This is a lot. You're lying.
I can't remember what it was. So,
okay, if anyone wants to go to the Red-White scrimmage with me,
these are really important games. This is bragging rights on the line. As a, I'm not trying to change the subject here, but
okay. Happer, what do you have to do tomorrow?
I don't know. I know. Here's what we're doing.
Wash your hair. That's an excuse I use. You don't have hair.
Here's what I'm doing tomorrow. I do have hair, and I'm getting a haircut Thursday. That's a different thing.
So, we can go tomorrow. I'm getting stood up by Happer.
Tuesday is the day that we go over to Price Right Auto to do our car video, and I'll find out what kind of car. But that shouldn't take very long. I don't know. I'll have to get back to you.
Fine.
I'll have to get back to you. I'll let you know.
I will be. I'll be.
You'll be there by yourself.
Yep. Which I enjoy actually. But if someone does want to go with me, I will be there.
I sat there in the berm by myself, around nobody today.
Amazing.
It was fantastic.
Great weather.
Yes.
Okay. Now that we've got that out of the way, the rest of the show won't be awkward since it's not like Happer doesn't want to hang out with me tomorrow or something.
No awkwardness.
Nebraska football.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So coming off the Michigan loss, I shot the game up top. You are usually at games for what?
Half.
Mm-hmm. How are you doing? You're a fan.
Yeah, I am, and I'm fine.
You thought that this would be one of the wins?
Well, it felt like it was. It felt like it was going to be the moment. I've thought that a lot before and been wrong every single time, but it did feel like it had the. I mean, they were even as bad as the officials were at times. They were even catching the occasional break in that game too. It's not like everything was going wrong or anything like that. So, I felt like when they had 3 minutes left and the ball and 3 timeouts, they were going to go down and win the game. And Adrian fumbled, and then they kicked the field goal, and they still had another chance after that. But at that point, I didn't feel as confident. And that's
they
the way
didn't they made one first down after that.
I think
they didn't even make one.
that would have been a first down on Adrian's run where he fumbled.
after they were down the second time when it was like a minute left.
I'm not 100% sure. Right? They either got 1 or 0 first downs. Yeah.
Yeah. So Adrian was, that was tough. So so that's tough. Nebraska 3-4. They're still halfway to a bowl game. They play Minnesota this weekend. I will be there.
Same.
Happer and I will be there in attendance. This is my first football road trip.
Yeah.
First time covering a football game on the road.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I just reset the same sentence, but dramatic.
Have you been to any Big Ten road venues as a fan or like?
Not for football. I have traveled with volleyball.
Okay.
And basketball.
Oh, cool.
But I haven't traveled for football.
Where have you been for basketball?
Big Ten. No, Creighton.
Oh, okay.
Just up the road.
Gotcha.
And I've been to Iowa State, Hilton Coliseum.
Hilton Magic.
Been there.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to UNC Chapel Hill.
Oh, wow. Nice.
My cousin was on the track team, so I went down there and visited her. And then we went to a North Carolina, Virginia game.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah, super random. And then, when you are kind of on the spot, you forget everywhere you've ever been.
For sure.
Yeah.
You'll remember 6 more when I'm saying my next 2 sentences. Yeah.
So I'm excited to go. It's very much, it's a work trip. So there's a lot going on, right? It's not just like people are like, oh, you got to go to the Minnesota game. It's like, no, I get to work.
It is cool though to see how other places do it and other college towns. I think the weather is probably going to be pretty good this weekend. And Minnesota is, I think Minnesota is one of, if not the best trip for Nebraska fans in the West. I think Wisconsin is very good because it's number one, relatively close. They're all far, which is a pain, but relatively close and a great place to watch a college football game. Minnesota's a great place to watch a college football game too, but for different reasons. It's, it's got a little bit more of a city vibe, almost a pro vibe to it. Beer at the stadium, that type of thing. It's a new stadium,
Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I used to work there. I used to live in Minneapolis, and this was 5 years ago. So I was there when Tracy Claeys was the head coach, and if we don't know what happened, he's no longer there, and it is PJ Fleck.
Yeah.
And
they had Dilly Bardan too.
They've been plagued with some lawsuits.
Did you ever meet Dilly Bardan?
No.
So there was this game.
Who even is that?
It must have been, it was probably about, I don't know, probably more than 5 years ago now. But like an epically cold Big Ten game featuring Minnesota, which of course, right? It's snowing. And the TV camera on the sideline, like in between quarters, picks up a random Minnesota coach or staffer, whatever it is, on the sideline eating a dilly bar.
Oh, I've seen that photo.
Yeah.
It's because it's when it's like,
that's our guy.
When it's really cold and they're like, that like photo will come up.
That's our guy, Dilly Bar guy. Dilly Bardan, I'm pretty sure his name is.
So he is just an assistant coach?
I think he's a coach or some sort
Not
of
there
staff
anymore.
member. I don't think so there anymore, no.
So I'm excited to go. I've been to Minnesota. I have never been to, okay. I thought it was TCF Bank.
It is no longer.
No longer.
Huntington Bank.
Yes. So.
Get your banks right.
My bad.
Get your bank straight.
So I was like, yeah, I've never been to TCF Bank. And someone was like, that's not it anymore. And I was like, okay.
They really corrected you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. Fair enough. Huntington Bank.
So we will be there, 11 a.m. kick. How much do we want to dwell on Michigan right now? And how much do we want to focus on Minnesota right now?
It's hard because it's the same, it's the same old. They
insert new team name here.
Pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that how you feel?
Yeah. Because it's like, well, I can't talk about my 5 wins from the game because they lost.
It's hard to understand, I guess, like the conversation has been focused around they're close and they're close and they are close. Like that is the truth. And you can glean however much optimism you want off of them being close and probably closer than they ever have been. But the fact of the matter is they need to be not close. They need to be over.
They need to win.
They need to be over this hump, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how? What's the missing? Like, this is kind of what I'm trying to focus in on a little bit. What is that missing piece? What is the thing that they need to? What is the missing piece in order for them to get over this hump that they seemingly can't get over? I don't know, because these crazy things happen to them in these football games for reasons that are, they're self-inflicted wounds. They are bad breaks at times. There are great plays made by the other teams. There are, just crazy amounts of things that happen in these games, and you can't figure out why they happen and why they happen in Nebraska at seemingly all the worst times. So I don't know. It probably doesn't do too much good to dwell on it too much. But.
Well, eventually they have to end, right? It's like some big,
in theory,
it's some big bingo card, right? And the Huskers, how many?
That's
what
a
is
good
it?
analogy. Yeah,
25 on a bingo, 5 and 5.
Yeah, that sounds
with
right.
one free, so 24.
Nice.
How many have been checked off by Nebraska?
On like dumb ways to lose football games.
Yeah.
You got to be getting close to blackout.
So I mean, it has to be almost done, right?
Right. If we're playing a round of blackout, how can you lose this football game bingo? They got to be getting close.
I will say so.
But I've been saying that for a long time. Like
I will. No, I'm just kidding.
It just has been. It hasn't turned.
We haven't gotten a blackout yet.
No, guess not.
We are still. Don't clear your cards yet because we don't want to start over.
Yeah, we just need like 067 or whatever it is, and it's not coming in.
Hopefully it will, and then we will just move up, right? Then it'll be done.
In theory.
So I think the three, so you said, what's that thing? What's that one thing that gets them over the hump?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's the three big, turnovers, penalties, and what's the other one?
Special teams.
We haven't really, they're kind of, that's kind of.
That was good on Saturday.
Yeah, very great.
It was at least not bad, right? It was at least fine.
It was team.
Correct.
And then, so turnovers, penalties, right? So Nebraska put together it was a great game. Obviously,
I thought so too.
Obviously, there was the refs, and Harbaugh was bickering with them, and Frost was chirping back, and that was like a 16-minute drive that took a very long time.
Yeah.
But we got it figured out. And then I tweeted before the game, I said, this is my third season covering the Huskers, that this was the most excited I've been for a game.
It's the most excited I've been for a long time, especially a home game.
Because, well, first of all, last year was awful. There's no fans, and it was all 11 a.m.s.
Right.
And it's just like, this is, because by the time the news comes on at 6 and 10, you don't really, we know what happened.
Sure. Yeah.
And so this was a night game. It was fresh. It was exciting. And then it comes to, I mean, it's hard to say I don't buy the narrative that it came down to Adrian's fumble. It gets so hard when games come down to one play because it shouldn't have come down to that one play. So Austin Allen with his, he had a great soundbite at the presser today that was like, it was a great touchdown I had, but then I didn't like it because I was in illegal formation.
Yeah.
So that touchdown shouldn't count.
That's right.
So it wouldn't have come down to Adrian's fumble if that touchdown didn't count.
Yeah, there was a list of 15 other things that if we want to do the ref thing, but yeah, it's this. Nebraska doesn't have a large enough, and Frost talked about this a little bit today, but Nebraska doesn't have a large enough margin for error to have all these things happen to them during game and then act like that fumble late won't mean something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it's that moment, which it always seems to come down to that moment for Nebraska, they're not that much better or that much worse than anybody, so they can't afford to have those moments. So it's both. You want to have the bigger margin for error, but also at the same time where Nebraska's at right now,
there's no margin.
They just don't. So if it did come down to that fumble, and that's where they're at.
So they play Minnesota. Minnesota coming off a bye week, and they are 3-2, 2-3. They're 3-2.
The Gophers?
Yes. The Golden Gophers.
The Minnesota.
You'd
Golden
think I would
Gophers.
read the game notes. I will get to that tomorrow. Do you think there's any? You were at the press conference today.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any concern about? So Nebraska has to play Minnesota, and then they get a bye week.
Minnesota's 3-2, by the way.
Okay, 3-2. Where are they at mentally, emotionally, physically, fatigue wise?
I wondered about that, and it's hard to know exactly. The guys that talked today seem to, I mean, guys that you trust, like Adrian and Austin Allen, said they like what they saw at practice today. And if I were to guess, I don't think this is the type of team that packs it in. But it's a tough challenge to go up against. Like, think of all these things, Nicole. So Nebraska's coming off of the kind of emotional roller coaster of the last 3 weeks in general, if you want to take it all the way back. The loss to Michigan State, the big win over Northwestern, big emotional high, come back down, ramp up into Michigan, and then lose the game the way you did. And now what's waiting for you a week later, by the way, 1 week before a bye week, and that was talked about today, like we need to finish strong here before we have our week off, is a Minnesota team who's really tough and physical, probably under, they're probably a little bit worse than people thought they'd be at this point. They lost to Bowling Green. I don't think anybody thought that would happen to them. And their other loss was to Ohio State. And it's at 11 a.m. and it's on the road. Like, there is a chance for a hangover.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one of the things you won't know, I don't think, until we get there. I like the attitude that I heard and saw today.
And that's tough too, because they're not going to say,
no.
Yeah, we're tired. I mean,
they probably wouldn't even know. They wouldn't even really be able to identify that unless it was really that bad at the beginning of the week. And it hasn't been so far. So if you were like creating a formula, a recipe for a hangover, what would have to happen in order for Nebraska to look pretty bad in this game? Like it would be this. You've had a really crazy emotional roller coaster over the last 3 weeks. Now you're going to a game on the road that you're going to be favored in the morning, right? It's a different set of circumstances this week. So that's the challenge.
And the spread is what, 2.5?
2.5 or 3. Yeah.
And I don't follow the spreads as much as I would say.
I follow the spreads
as much as you would. And so it is crazy to me that the spread was 4 on Nebraska, Michigan.
It was 3, and it was 3.
And it was 3.
Yeah, Vegas is amazing.
What are we not? What?
That's what first got me into this. Like when I learned what point spreads were, I was like, how do they seemingly get these right like more times than not?
Is there something behind that?
Well, people think so, but I don't know. I don't know. Conspiracy theorists might have theirs, but I don't, and I think they're just really good at it. Nebraska's a 3-point favorite right now, are actually up to, depending on where you look, getting closer to 4. So rising in Nebraska's favor at this moment. Vegas is crazy. Yes.
And then news of the day. So Teddy Prohaska out, knee injury.
Yep.
There's not a depth chart yet, right?
They're just gonna do the flip back over with Corcoran at left and Ben Hart at right, I think.
And Ben Hart has been benched. Or
Ben Hart was benched, came back after Teddy got hurt when they flipped it back on Saturday night, and I think they're gonna roll with that.
Just
because he was good. He was at least serviceable when he came back after they had to redo that on Saturday. So shout out to him. That's some resilience. He got some good talk at the press conference today too.
Adrian just showing his dynamic leadership that he, has to own the loss of this last week and then moving forward into this week. What did you?
He's awesome, man. He really is great. And it's hard because, he knows that he shouldn't have fumbled on the last play. And he played a great game, and he brought Nebraska back in the second half of that game, and he really, really wants to not make excuses for himself, but he wanted to say it again today and didn't stop short of it, and was basically going to say, I thought the play was dead. He said it on Saturday. He goes, I'm not trying to make excuse of myself, but I thought the play was dead. And he stopped short of saying that today. And he's got to bite his tongue a lot on that stuff, and he's got to watch what he says because he's got a lot of pressure and attention on him. But I got so much respect for what he does. And he's battling through an injury with his jaw. Like, he's clearly not 100% still getting back from that hit he took at Michigan State. And he doesn't talk about it because he doesn't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a leader, and the guys rally behind him.
I'm excited to see how they respond. I feel with it being an 11 a.m. game, it's not a ton of pressure, I guess. It's not like a home night game. You'd probably want like a home night game, but at least it's not a Minnesota 7 o'clock game.
Maybe that works. Maybe that works in their favor a little bit too.
Get in, get out.
Yeah, maybe.
And then
business-like.
Then they're off.
Like you said, Nicole, business trip.
It's a business trip. The suits, they're wearing them.
They bring the suits on the road?
Unclear.
We got to get in touch with the suit guy again.
I would say no.
Probably not.
Because
seems like a sweatsuit situation.
Just because of what all goes into getting them there and back.
Sure.
Just at home.
Yeah.
So, but they will be wearing them for every home game.
All right.
Which there's 2 more?
Purdue.
Ohio State
and Iowa.
3. It's like
we hear a lot over the last couple months of the season. A lot of home games in the back half.
Which is, people are already. I saw yesterday, DP tweeted it about the Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
Oh yeah, we're on bowl watch season.
Guaranteed rate. The rate the Huskers are going, they're in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. I don't know why.
That's a good one.
I don't know why I'm obsessed with that, but
I don't care what rate they have to get themselves.
You have to get to a bowl game.
Just go to a bowl game.
So if they don't beat Minnesota, it's done.
It gets narrow. It gets very, very, very narrow. I think that if you were to line it up in the last 5 games here, I would categorize Minnesota in. Oh, are we doing this later?
We're going to talk about it.
Okay, perfect.
So
put a pin in that.
But you're going to stop right there.
Okay.
So yes, we're halfway to a bowl game. What wins get them there? Happer and I will be discussing that, but I don't want to get into it right now because
we'll do it later.
So if you're just joining us, this is Nicole Griffith with Ticket Weeknights, alongside Happer and Big Sky. I don't know. We're just going to be thinking out loud right now. I don't know when to take a break because we have a guest coming on the next break, the next segment, but she will not be here until like 6:35, 6:40.
I'd say now is a great time.
But then,
and then if she wants to join at 6:45 segment, she could do that too.
But then we'll take 2 breaks or 1 break.
Either way, now is the time.
All right. Thank you for listening. We are going to break.
Experiencing increased body fat, low sex drive, lack of energy, or general fatigue? Vitalize Health offers testosterone replacement therapy and peptide therapy to boost hormone levels and build muscle mass. Call Vitalize Health today at 402-413-0717 or go online to vitalizehealthne.com.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, sewer and water underground repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. That's Select Plumbing at 402-560-6197.
Bills are due, and sometimes you just need to relax. There's no better way to do that than in your brand new hot spring spa from Bonzal Pool and Spa. With hot tubs as low as $75 per month and interest-free financing, you're sure to find the perfect spa to fit your lifestyle. So get over to Bonzal Pool and Spa today and check out their selection of hot spring spas. Bonzal Pool and Spa, 33rd and Highway 2. Every day made better.
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Venue at Home is your answer for locally made, freshly prepared meals delivered to your door every week. Our meals come ready to heat and eat. With sizes for 2 people or 4, Venue at Home is perfect for busy people who want a quick, easy, and delicious meal option to share with your roommates or feed the whole family. Add on from our wide selection of appetizers, sides, desserts, alcohol, and more. Receive a discount on your meals by subscribing to get Venue at Home delivered every week. Visit venueathome.net to order today. That's venueathome.net.
Another packed fall sports season means it's time to get to N Street Drive-In to fill up on all your beverage needs. This month's specials are Sam Adams, Exile Brewing from Iowa, and other fall seasonals. Also, make sure to download the new N Street Drive-In app to order online and to set up delivery right to your front door. And don't forget their top-notch Crowler fill system. N Street Drive-In, your one-stop beverage stop at 1801 O Street.
This is a Broncos Radio Network update.
Touchdown, Denver! How about that? I like that! 4th and goal. Both guys have 7 catches. Patrick wide right, Sutton by himself wide left. Single coverage on both. Bridgewater takes a snap, throws the ball back to the end zone, intercepted. Intercepted by James Pierre, second-year corner out of Florida Atlantic with 11 seconds to go in the game.
Broncos insider Brandon Cristal. Dave Logan's call as the Broncos made a valiant comeback, but ultimately came up short, losing in Pittsburgh to the Steelers 27-19 yesterday. Teddy Bridgewater, 24 of 38, 288 yards, 2 TDs, one to Kendall Hinton, the other to Cortland Sutton, who had 7 catches for 120 yards, but said postgame they can't wait until the fourth quarter to get going.
We want to be able to start fast and have guys on the ropes going into halftime, and so that it's not a tooth and nail fight, to get that lead coming out of half.
The Broncos, who now sit at 3-2 on the year, host the Raiders Sunday.
Hey, buying a used vehicle sucks, and the biggest problem is who can you trust? Hey, this is Carl from Price Right Auto out here at West O Street in Lincoln. Here's what customers have told us they want from us. They want transparent pricing with no games. We have all of our pricing on our website, plus a Carfax report. We don't want to buy a lemon. We include a 3-month warranty on all of our vehicles. We don't want to play games. Just make it simple. You saw that with non-commissioned salespeople. Can you trust us? Just check out our Google reviews. Again, this is Carl from Price Right Auto on West O. Check us out at pricerightauto.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Partly cloudy skies this morning should give way to plenty of afternoon sunshine. We'll top out at around 74, north winds at around 10. Heading into tonight, mainly clear, a low dropping down to 46. We'll top out near 76 tomorrow, but southeast winds could gust over 35. That's a check of your forecast. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Nicole Griffin.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I kind of freeze up a little bit when I hear that intro because it kind of sounds like Griffin.
Nicole Griffith. So
people say it wrong. They don't say it wrong. It's not. I mean, this is people say
it's not very hard. It's a relatively common last name. People think that Bob, our big voice guy, we call him Big Voice Bob, says a lot of things wrong. And I think it's just because they hear him so much that they, I don't know, there's some weird thing with their brain.
I'm not saying Bob did it wrong. I'm just saying the word.
Because Bob's a true pro.
I mean, he would not do anything wrong.
You watch any Fox TV or radio broadcast, you'll hear Bob saying whatever. It's the Patriots and the Eagles. That's him. That's our guy.
So like DP says Griffin, Kevin Suitsa said Griffin, and I just roll with it,
You do. You roll with it.
What am I supposed to say?
Well, one day when you get real big and famous,
that's not going to happen.
It'll say, "I'm Nicole Griffith," and then you look right into the camera and you say, "That's right, DP."
That's what it is.
That's exactly.
No, I would never leave you guys.
Okay.
Yep.
I believe you.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I swear on this one chip channel.
Yeah, I don't know why we're becoming the radio station now that wants to eat a bunch of weird, spicy things, but I guess we are that. I guess the Lincoln radio scene needed it. Somebody had to do it.
So we are going to do a quick. The show's kind of jumbled a little bit.
This is a literal version of On the Fly with Big Sky.
Quite literally.
We are literally on the fly.
Big Sky is on the ground not on the fly. And
I was just getting prepared for Kelsey to be
well,
here.
I don't want her to sit here.
Why not?
Why doesn't she? We need to like spread out.
Oh, we can put her over
I'll go
there,
over there.
but I still
That's
need to.
very strange. It feels like we're like at a dinner table,
It
and
does.
the kids are on this side of the table.
Yeah, we'll figure something else out. Configuration.
I appreciate it though, big guy. So
Just trying to be prepared, be a good host.
yes, you are taking great ownership. I appreciate it. So on the fly with Big Sky, take it away. He asks us questions. Happer and I get to answer, and nothing is won and nothing is lost.
Yep, there are no points.
There are points. I added a tiebreaker this week because you guys tied last week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Great.
Yes, we're going international today as well for a couple questions. A woman from this Canadian province is lucky to be alive after a meteor crashed through her roof and landed on a pillow just inches from her head.
Saskatchewan.
Canadian.
Do you know your Canadian provinces?
No, there's like 7, right?
There's 7.
Really?
I think. Right?
New, the one that's new.
The one that's new.
Like New
Newfoundland?
Oh,
Newfoundland.
No, it's the one far east.
that is.
What did you say?
There's Nova Scotia.
That's
There's
Nova Scotia.
It is not Nova Scotia. It is
Ontario?
British Columbia.
BC.
What'd you say?
I said
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
Okay.
A man wearing full ninja garb attacked members of a U.S. Army Special Operations Unit in the middle of the night in the desert, setting off a scramble for safety and resulting in at least 2 injuries, according to police and other records from this Southwest state.
I was going to say Arizona before you even said Southwest.
Well, I did say desert.
It just feels like Arizona.
New Mexico.
California.
Oh, California Southwest. California just is California.
Southwest California. If it was in the southwestern part of California.
Like Florida's not south. Florida is Florida.
That's fair, Big Sky.
Well, I figured the desert and then the combining.
So
with
we
Southwest
both are
would be
0 for
helpful.
2. Great. Offers.
The bright phenomenon was videoed flying 32,000 miles per hour above the coast of this state on Friday night.
The bright phenomenon. There's no more details.
East Coast. It was a meteor. I took the headline, so you gotta tantalize. It's a tease.
Can you say it again?
The bright phenomenon, a meteor, was videoed flying 32,000 miles per hour above the coast of this eastern state.
Virginia.
North Carolina.
Boom, winner on the last question, Happer.
Oh, nice guess, Nicole. Not.
Chopped. I wish this could be like the Chop Show. And you're cut.
Oh yeah, Rico watches that show all the time.
Get off my show.
He watches the food shows and he tells me about them.
Actually, I really need you on the show with me.
Yeah, I'm not leaving. You can't kick me out. But I did win, and that's what I do. That's what winners do. Winners win.
That is a tweet Lance Harvell had,
Mhm.
and I screenshotted it.
It's a big baseball thing.
Oh, he didn't come up with it?
No, he did not come up with winners win, but they use it a lot over there. They really believe
care.
that winners win. Don't care, winners win, that whole thing. Yeah.
All right. Well, so now do we take a break?
I think it's a good idea. If Kelsey's here, or will be here within the next 4 minutes.
Back by popular demand, Kelsey Casper of Channel 8. We got a lot of feedback on the text line. You can send in your questions for Kelsey at 402-464-5685. She works at Channel 8. I work at 1011. We are
Did she celebrate 10-11 day?
Well, you should ask her. Ask her how she's
I actually
celebrating.
saw her at the baseball thing. So I don't
Did
know.
you ask? You didn't tell Kevin happy
I didn't
birthday.
ask
You
the
didn't
Channel
tell
8 person
Kelsey.
about 10-11 day. No.
How rude of you.
I honestly forgot until you mentioned it again.
Jake Sorensen texted me happy 10-11 day.
Wow, he is on top of it.
And you did what? You got me a 1-chip challenge.
I got you nothing. I did not get you this chip. I don't know why you thought that, but I did not get you anything.
Okay, so send in your questions for Kelsey. She covered the Minnesota game, or she covered the Michigan game. She's been at Channel 8, and we are going to catch up with her next.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef is Lincoln's newest full-service butcher shop, offering premium fresh-cut steaks and house-made sausages daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They exclusively carry certified Piedmontese beef raised right here in Nebraska. When shopping at the Mercado, you're not only supporting local, but also enjoying the official beef of Nebraska athletics. With prime-grade tenderness and unparalleled nutritionals, your backyard barbecue is about to get a serious upgrade. Stop into the Mercado today, located off 84th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
The workday is long, the bills are due, and sometimes you just need to relax. There's no better way to do that than in your brand new hot spring spa from Bonsall Pool & Spa. With hot tubs as low as $75 per month and interest-free financing, you're sure to find the perfect spa to fit your lifestyle. So get over to Bonsall Pool & Spa today and check out their selection of hot spring spas. Bonsall Pool & Spa, 33rd and Highway 2. Every day made better.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Partly cloudy skies this morning should give way to plenty of afternoon sunshine. We'll top out at around 74, north winds at around 10. Heading into tonight, mainly clear, a low dropping down to 46. We'll top out near 76 tomorrow, but southeast winds could gust over 35. That's a check of your forecast. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Allo knows businesses need reliable communication, both at the office and at home. Now more than ever. Just listen to Bill Mitchner from Lighthouse.
Before we'd have breaks in service, especially for internet, but we've never had any issues with Allo. It's always been there and available when we needed it.
At Allo, supporting your business is our business. To get your free quote and switch today, visit allofiber.com/workfast or call 402-480-6685 today.
Experiencing increased body fat, low sex drive, lack of energy, or general fatigue? Vitalize Health offers testosterone replacement therapy and peptide therapy to boost hormone levels and build muscle mass. Call Vitalize Health today at 402-413-0717 or go online to vitalizehealthne.com.
Hey, buying a used vehicle sucks, and the biggest problem is who can you trust? Hey, this is Carl from Price Right Auto out here at West O Street in Lincoln. Here's what customers have told us they want from us. They want transparent pricing with no games. We have all of our pricing on our website, plus a Carfax report. We don't want to buy a lemon. We include a 3-month warranty on all of our vehicles. We don't want to play games. Just make it simple. You saw that with non-commissioned salespeople. Can you trust us? Just check out our Google reviews. Again, this is Carl from Price Right Auto in West O. Check us out at PriceRightAuto.com.
This is a Broncos Radio Network update.
Touchdown, Denver! How about that? I like that! 4th and goal. Both guys have 7 catches. Patrick wide right, Sutton by himself wide left. Single coverage on both. Bridgewater takes a snap, throws the ball back to the end zone, intercepted. Intercepted by James Pierre, second-year corner out of Florida Atlantic with 11 seconds to go in the game.
Broncos insider Brandon Cristal. Dave Logan's call as the Broncos made a valiant comeback, but ultimately came up short, losing in Pittsburgh to the Steelers 27-19 yesterday. Teddy Bridgewater, 24 of 38, 288 yards, 2 TDs, one to Kendall Hinton, the other to Cortland Sutton, who had 7 catches for 120 yards, but said postgame they can't wait until the fourth quarter to get going.
We want to be able to start fast and have guys on the ropes going into halftime, and so that it's not a tooth and nail fight, to get that lead coming out of half.
The Broncos, who now sit at 3-2 on the year, host the Raiders Sunday.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Nicole Griffith.
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm trying to be positive and happy and good vibes because
we need them.
We need them. You guys are sad. The guys are sad. I don't know if the gals are sad who are listening, but
we're fine.
A little bit of a Husker hangover. We're week 8 of football. Well, high school football and college football, and we're grinding. So positive vibes only.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that phrase.
Good vibes only. Vibes immaculate.
Oh, okay. The vibes were immaculate.
Mm-hmm. Used to be.
So, sports. This is a sports show. Sports happening tonight. Monday Night Football is the Colts and the Ravens, which I feel like the Ravens have been on Monday Night Football a lot.
They seem to always be in the primetime games for sure.
Why? Just because they're
Lamar.
Like good?
Lamar. Well, that helps. that helps if they're good. You get primetime games.
Why don't we sent the Jets and who to London?
Yeah, we don't care about them.
Why did we London people are going to hate football because we sent them a terrible game.
Correct. When we're going to send them another terrible game this week. You know who the London game is this week?
Also, this is a thing.
It's the Jags and the Dolphins. We're sending Urban Meyer to London this week.
He doesn't deserve to go to London. I deserve to go to London.
I don't know who would want to even go to London anymore.
We are sending Urban Meyer to London.
Yes.
The London fans don't deserve, or they don't. How do I say this the right way?
They don't.
Should not be forced to see him.
That's it.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's our girl at?
She's coming in.
Here's our girl. We need to get a third chair in here. A fourth chair.
No, Big Sky's got his tiny chair. He's fine.
He's on a chair down there?
Yeah, he's sitting. He's not just squatting.
Okay. Well, Kelsey, yep, get situated.
Yeah,
Pop
step on up. Step on up. You're on the hot seat.
No, unlike
pull it
All
close.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello, she's here. Back by popular demand. We were just talking about the NFL because I didn't know how far away you were. So
you're good.
I started going into a rant and then we're going to stop that. Kelsey Casper, Channel 8. Kelsey, you were on a few weeks ago and the people want you back.
Wow. I'm shocked. Also honored, but
We got to talk
I'm
about
back.
Sockstober.
Oh, Sockstober, man.
Okay, so
the amount of stress Sockstober brings.
the game canceled. Can you hear? You
No.
can't hear? That's okay.
Well,
It's all good.
that seems relatively normal, unfortunately. For our
Technical
headphones.
difficulties.
Yeah. You are still on though, so that's good.
We
Okay.
can hear you.
Yeah,
We
that's
can
fine.
hear you.
You know what? I'll take these off. We're good.
Yeah.
But
Don't want to mess up your hair. You're anchoring today.
True.
Yeah.
Just got
so
off. Oh, thank you.
so she's on her dinner break and she's spending it with us.
Unbelievable.
Perfect.
You saw each other at the press
She was-
conference today.
Well, I saw her at the press conference and at baseball.
Yeah.
What?
Baseball
Yeah.
scrimmage.
You went to baseball together?
I didn't go. We didn't go together, but I did see her
I
there.
Just ran into each
Yeah.
other.
I asked him if he'd go with me tomorrow, and he said he has something
I
to
was
do.
non-committal.
Oh, he was just taking a stroll around the baseball park today.
Oh!
I was telling Kelsey how much I just loved being there.
Oh, and then I was like, "Hey, do you want to go tomorrow?" And he's like, "I have something to do. If you if you flip it, like if you turn it,
Yeah.
Oh, you're
it's,
good.
You know, it's
I'm just a little short.
you're not short. The chairs, we'll go figure out." So, I'm going to be coining this segment. Catching up or keeping up with Kelsey Casper.
Perfect.
I don't know.
I
Not
like it.
not both of those. We will figure one out. But how are you doing?
I'm good. It's like middle of the season grind. It's a
Literally
lot.
what we were talking about.
It's
We are just kind of tired.
yeah, it's exhausting, but
Don't care, right?
exactly. We got a bye week coming up. Rest up.
see,
We
you got to get there somehow.
Yeah.
Find a way. Avoid the snifflies if
Yeah.
you can. They've been going around.
So far, I've avoided it.
don't use
Yeah.
that word ever again.
The snifflies.
These two are sick, and if they
I was sick. I'm no longer sick.
and if they get us sick, I Cloroxed. Don't worry.
Oh, good.
And if they get us sick,
Yeah.
Formerly sick.
there's not like another ones of us. Like
True.
in TV, it's like if you're done, there's no like you don't
Backup.
call a sub.
Yeah.
For
Hey
teaching.
man, and look, you guys are way cooler than me, but I don't know what they did when I was gone last Wednesday. I have no idea what happened on that show. I think Schaefer had 3 different co-hosts for 3 hours.
That's amazing.
Wow.
So yeah, it happens to me once a year. Get sick one day, come back, we're fine. Stick with the little snifflies though.
Are you though?
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah.
So how was baseball today? How'd they look?
Good. I was only there for 2 innings.
I'll find
but
out tomorrow.
It's a lot
So-
of guys that I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I know.
There's so many players I don't know.
Yeah.
All the last
So-
names.
Yeah. Freshman guys, new guys.
They're trying a lot of different stuff out. They got guys playing different positions and
Very important. Who was the bat boy?
Oh.
the little tiny kid came later.
I was gonna say he wasn't there. Lil Bolt wasn't there when
Lil
I was
Bolt?
there.
Yeah. Lil Bolt. I like
Lil-
that because it's
Lil
like
Bolt.
Will Bolt, but Lil Bolt.
He's got a jersey and everything
Wow.
that's like perfectly
Is that Will's
sized.
kid?
Yeah.
No, it's just a Lil.
Oh, it's the size
Bolt.
of Lil Bolt fan. It's a Will Bolt fan.
How do we know it's his kid?
I don't know.
He
You
just
got-
puts a jersey on him with his last name and
Maybe.
says this is his kid.
maybe
I
he's your best
tweeted it
option
out
for a bat
the,
boy.
The last scrimmage, I tweeted it out, and I had to Google just double check.
Just
that
to make
was his
sure?
kid.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Go to coaching staff. Will Bolt. Wait, he has 2 boys and 1 girl.
Correct. Yeah.
Which one is
It's the
Which
younger
Is
boy.
Lil Bolt.
Lil Bolt? Yeah, he showed up. He must have been in like daycare or something like that, or
Jackson,
He-
Austin, and Bella.
He showed up in like the 5th inning or something like that. He did the bats for both teams too. So he was
Wow.
flipping between dugouts.
Double duty.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's like giving signs
Yeah,
and giving out like secrets.
a lot of gamesmanship. Yeah, the coaches were the coaches for both teams too. It's kind of a weird deal.
Who won? If you say the Huskers, I'm going to kick you off the
Red.
show.
Red
team.
Like I said,
Do you remember the score?
4-1.
See, he's like, I think
I said that.
you said I think one of them won.
I just ran the highlights.
I watched every out except I left before. I didn't know that it was 7 innings, so I
Yeah.
left early to kind of get back here. And then I hear as I'm leaving, they're like, "The game is over." I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, okay.
I only missed 1 out. Sweet."
So Kelsey, we're grinding, we're tired. But you got the ALDS to follow,
Yeah.
and it's competition right now because you work with an Astros fan.
I do. Shout out Macy Meyer.
Yeah,
who's
so
a Houston Astros fan.
Let's
That's the worst.
let's unpack this.
Yikes!
Yeah, it's been a stressful couple days. I mean, Sox lost 2 games and then the Huskers lost. It was just
man.
yeah. So yeah, we went we went out on I think Thursday was the first game, game 1. They just got destroyed in Houston.
Yeah.
Not a good look. It was like the 3rd inning. I was like, no, they're done. They're not coming back. From
Let's
this.
just go home. We'll come back.
Apparently, the Astros are like stealing signs again.
Are we shocked?
Of course.
That's what Ryan Tapera said, and I don't know if he's a liar.
Oh,
or
I
not.
saw that on Twitter.
Yeah,
Are you a liar,
Yeah.
sir?
I don't know.
I trust
Respond to this tweet now.
Unclear, but he was like he seemed to.
Astros dismiss sign stealing implications.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. What are they gonna do in that?
I'm not. Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. We
Caught me.
We did.
Oops.
We did steal signs again.
But last night was fun. Last night was a lot of fun.
But then how do you handle today when
That game
it's-
lasted till like midnight.
It was 11:40, I think,
Yeah.
when it ended. I done with the show, came home from work, was literally in bed trying to stay up and watch it. They scored like 12 runs or something like that.
Do you watch all of the games?
No.
You can't.
What
do it.
about during Soxtober?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
During postseason, yes. I literally can't though because I don't buy
Oh,
ESPN
right. Yes, yes,
or
yes.
the extended packages.
Yeah.
I do like when they play the Royals though because I can watch the Royals games here. So
There you go.
I make sure to watch every time they play the Royals. But other than that, postseason though.
Well, and now you have to wait until tomorrow.
I know.
What the heck?
Yeah, there's storms in Chicago right now, so it got postponed, which stinks. It's like we had momentum on our side. They were ready. We went through a lot of their bullpen last night too.
And now they're getting an extra
getting
day.
some extra day of rest.
Mm.
Ugh.
Mm.
Eh.
One more in Chicago though.
Why are you
I know.
grunting over there?
I've taken a lot from Sipple, and I think that's probably one of the things. So I don't know.
Fascinating.
I look at the American League playoffs, and I think I dislike every single one of the teams. So I'm fine with the White Sox winning. I'm not fine with Houston winning, though.
No.
That nobody wants that. So I guess I'll root for Chicago this series.
Thank you.
I'm on board.
I
AL
appreciate
Central.
that. the atmosphere was wild too.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know
was.
if you saw the crowds.
It was very cool.
That was cool. The blackouts, and I mean, it was just packed.
Nothing like a playoff atmosphere for a team that hasn't either been there. The White Sox were there last year, but they're not used to kind of being there every year.
It was like 2008 was the last time they won a home playoff game or something like that.
Wow, yeah.
So it was cool. I had so many people, on my Snapchat story that were at the game and stuff like that. So
You're like,
jealous.
oh, fun.
I know. But still.
Well, that's what we like kind of bond over that because we like work on Saturdays and then our friends are at fun things.
Yeah.
And we're up in the press box eating food, which is provided, which is amazing.
True.
Thank you. But we're just like, look at our friends.
All having fun.
Having a lot of fun. Because like your Butler, you went to Butler. They just had their homecoming and all of her friends were there.
Yeah, that kind of stunk.
But she was at Nebraska. Shout out Nebraska Buffalo.
I was gonna say that was a Buffalo game. It was a day game, and I just see all the darties on my Snapchat stories. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather be here.
Yeah,
and that's what I tell myself.
Yeah, there are some times where you're like, okay, that's actually fine.
Do you and Macy have like a bet going on?
We don't have a bet, but we have watched almost every single game together because last night we were both working together and watched. We went on Thursday and watched. So I'm also much more vocal. Like when Houston won the first couple games, she was very nice about it and didn't rub it in, but that all bets were off last night. So
It's starting to get nasty.
I'm like, sorry. Yeah, we won and I got in her face about it. So
is she from there?
Yes, she's from Houston.
Who is actively an Astros fan?
Will Bolt.
What?
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
So
He is from
Lil
Texas.
Bolt.
Maybe Lil Bolt too. Actually, I think most of the Nebraska coaching staff.
Because they're all from Texas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Nebraska has
What a shame.
a ton of people in their Nebraska baseball has a ton of people in the Astros, like, what is it, organization?
Yeah. Jake Myers.
Ugh. He was so good. He's like just
Oh, and you have to run highlights of him, right?
Yeah.
So we're like promoting him. Well,
I
how do
know.
you do that in a unbiased?
Oh, I'd probably I mentioned it that I'm a Sox fan.
Okay.
Each team has a Husker though.
That's true. Aaron Bummer. He went like 3 shutout innings, or not 3 shutout innings. He went 1 inning, striking out 3 batters last night. So that was cool. But it was
nasty.
I couldn't run the highlights last night because the game, went so late. So, but yeah, I was like, Jake Myers, calm down. Like
You had your first RBI single.
Exactly.
Let's
Right.
be done.
You've already had a great year. You can cool off a little bit, bud. All
Yeah,
right.
it was fun. But
Yeah.
let's just not anymore.
And right now the Rays and the Red Sox are playing.
Yeah, that's been a fun series too.
It is 0-0
Oh, right
in the
now.
bottom of the third with 2 on and 1 out.
Did you see the ground rule double bounce?
Yeah.
Interesting. And then they walked it off like the very next inning.
Right. So it didn't end up mattering.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Baseball playoffs are awesome. I love it. The Royals haven't been in a few years now. But,
Hopper's
it's
okay.
fine.
You're okay.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
fine.
I'm fine.
What year did they win it?
They won it in 2015.
That's not long ago.
It wasn't that long ago. People forget
I
that.
was gonna
Thank
say,
you.
people forget.
It was not that long ago. It feels like yesterday
Wow.
to me.
Does it?
It does.
You just were yesterday. You were down at the K.
Last weekend, yeah.
Wait, am I like a
You're
Royals
a week.
fan
You're an
now?
entire week behind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was there last week.
Okay, we are going to close out this first show. I have Kelsey Casper, Connor Happer, and Nicole Griffith with you, and we will have the second hour after this.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Want a free pair of Nebraska football tickets? Head to theticketfm.com's contest tab and register for a free pair of tickets each week of a home game, courtesy of Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of Woods Brothers and 93.7 The Ticket.
Go throw axes at Kraft Axe Throwing. Optimistic about the upcoming Nebraska football game? Go sign up for free football tickets at Kraft Axe Throwing. Bring some friends, reserve a bay for an hour or more, release anger at the targets by hucking an axe at it, and walk away feeling better about yourselves and the football season just in time to enter for a chance to win a free pair of tickets to the next home game as you walk out the door. Reserve your lane online at craftaxethrowing.com or call 402-802-9696. Kraft Axe Throwing at 18th and N in Lincoln.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket, sponsored by Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, Tractor Supply Distribution Center, T.O. Haas Tire and Auto, Planet Fitness, Barnwood and Leather, and Vitalize Health.
Prost, beer drinkers, and get ready for the best Oktoberfest party in the city at Kincaid Brewing Company in the Haymarket this Saturday, October 16th. Stop by anytime from noon to 10 p.m. Admission is free, and there will be live music going the entire time. Cornhole begins at 1 o'clock, and Stein Stamina goes from 2 to 6 p.m. Buy a beer Stein for $20, and you'll get your first fill free. Plus, a German Oktoberfest-inspired menu made from Grata will be available for food throughout. It's Oktoberfest from noon to 10 p.m. on Saturday at Kincaid Brewing Company in the Haymarket.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years and can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batsterats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
The workday is long, the bills are due, and sometimes you just need to relax. There's no better way to do that than in your brand new hot spring spa from Bonsall Pool & Spa. With hot tubs as low as $75 per month and interest-free financing, you're sure to find the perfect spa to fit your lifestyle. So get over to Bonsall Pool & Spa today and check out their selection of hot spring spas. Bonsall Pool & Spa, 33rd and Highway 2. Every day made better.
Tailgating wasn't just meant for weekends. Join 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday at Chick-fil-A for Tailgate Tuesdays. Scan your app with any purchase on Tuesdays and you'll be entered to win a tailgate meal for 15 people. That's chicken nuggets, fresh fruit, and iced tea or lemonade. Winners will be contacted each Wednesday, and you can come see Tom and Bach from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the 48th and O location or at South Point each week. It's Tailgate Tuesdays all season long at Chick-fil-A in Lincoln. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. 93.7 The Ticket sports news go now.
I'm Enrique Alvarez-Clary. Nebraska football fell to Michigan 32-29 inside Memorial Stadium on Saturday. After what seemed to be a defensive battle at the half with the Wolverines up 13-0, the Huskers scored 22 third-quarter points to take the lead going into the fourth quarter. That fourth quarter saw Michigan score 13 points, including the eventual game-winning field goal with 1:24 remaining in the game. The Blackshirts were on the field for 34 minutes, which was longer than head coach Scott Frost preferred.
I think it hurt the defense a little bit. We scored so fast in the third quarter that the defense was out there a long time. And I don't know if they were a little worn out at the end of the game. In these type of physical games, you get beat down a little bit, and we wanted to be ahead through that type of period so we could keep our offense on the field and their defense on the field. And we hit some big plays, and our defense was out there a long time.
Next up for Nebraska, a road trip to Minneapolis to take on the Gophers of Minnesota. That game to be seen on ESPN2 with an 11 a.m. kickoff. Nebraska volleyball had another 2-0 weekend that started with a 4-set win over Penn State and State College. The Huskers followed that up with a sweep of Rutgers in New Brunswick. They're back inside the Devaney Center for the next 2 games this week, a midweek matchup with Indiana on Wednesday at 8 on ESPNU, and a Saturday tilt with Illinois on Nebraska Public Media at 6 p.m. And for all the latest sports news and updates, keep it tuned right here to 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to Ticket Weeknights.
Okay, here's the deal with Nicole.
Live from Copple Chevrolet GMC Studios in the heart of Lincoln, America.
She's just going to tell it like it is.
Nicole is, she's very wise.
Sometimes you're not going to like it.
Here is your host, Nicole Griffin.
Welcome back into hour number 2. I'm your host, Nicole Griffith. We have had a fun show so far. Joining me is Connor Happer, like normal, Big Sky, pushing the buttons, and Kelsey Casper of Channel 8, my friend, not my competition, also not who I am. There are some head coaches that call me Kelsey a lot. It's not funny.
Wait,
Happer.
do you get it?
All the time.
Okay, because for the first 3 months of my job, I got called Nicole consistently. And no offense, before I met you, I really didn't like you because I always got called Nicole.
This is good.
Well, I also didn't like you. So
it was funny. I was just like, and it was pretty much before I even met you. And I was just like, who is this Nicole girl?
who's this girl?
Like they'd come up with me like, hi Nicole. I'm like,
Not her.
I would not answer.
We also don't really look alike. So we look, but that's just,
Yeah.
people who just think the women in the
That's funny.
sports are the same person. So maybe not. Maybe we do look alike. I'm unclear.
Mm.
But Happer, do we look alike?
I don't think so. You guys are both women.
We got that going for us.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I don't want to say like which coach it is, which high school coach it is, but he.
You could tell me later.
Like
now, I'm
I'll
kind of
te-
excited.
I'll tell you off air, but he repetitively like calls me Kelsey.
Oh
He's
my
like,
God.
"Thanks for coming, Kelsey. Hey, Kelsey."
Shut up.
And I'm just like, "Yep, no problem."
Nice.
Like,
you
what
don't
am
even
I-
say anything.
What am I supposed to
Yeah,
say?
yeah, you just let it fly.
Oh, that's not me.
I'm actually Nicole, but I'll take it. Like we were gonna get jerseys or T-shirts that says like not Kelsey.
Yeah, not Nicole Griffith.
Not Nicole.
Yeah, you guys should get matching but opposite T-shirts.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Like a little odd couple, but
Somebody asked on the text line. Speaking of this, this rivalry that you guys definitely now have.
we
and
don't
we're-
have a rivalry. We're
creating.
friends.
Greg in South Dakota said if 10, 11, and Channel 8 were to have a trophy to compete for, a la the Spirit Sword, what would it be called? What would it be, and what would it be called?
Well, it is the Spirit Sword.
What would it be
We
called if it
should-
was a rival?
Yeah.
So that's Lincoln Christian and Lincoln Lutheran, but this is Kelsey versus Nicole, or this is 10, 11 versus Channel 8.
Well, the $5 broken piece of bits of chair.
It's already taken. I'm sorry.
Okay, darn.
You can't use that one.
Maybe like
It could be basic. Do a microphone or something
oh,
like
that'd
that.
be fun.
Just like a mic.
Yeah, but you guys are, it's local broadcast TV. You could go with the antennas.
Mm-hmm.
Who has an antenna?
People still have the antennas.
You don't.
I do not.
You have cable.
That is correct. I love cable.
I am in, not to just quick side note, I am in the market for a TV, and I've been asking all my friends. I haven't asked you, Kelsey, yet, but what kind of TV do you have? But I've been asking everyone, and Happer goes, I have cable. And I'm like, that doesn't answer my
That's not what I
question.
I have cable.
I told you I had a Vizio, and then you asked me something about YouTube TV, and I was like, no, I don't have that. I have cable.
I said,
and if you ever need 5 minutes to take a nap during the show or go to the bathroom or something, I could talk about cable and how much I love cable for a long time.
well, I enjoy cable. It's part of like our job.
Right.
But people say a lot of time, like I'll say, oh, stories tonight at 10. And they're like, I don't have cable. And I'm like,
You don't
it
need
is
cable.
2021.
You also don't need cable. It is over the air, baby. You guys are
Yes.
old school.
You think we're here just like only on cable?
Yeah. You can also stream it online.
Shout out cable, but also there's other avenues.
You could stream it. There's the internet.
Yeah.
You can just duct tape an antenna to a TV.
Yeah.
You know,
Why not though?
any of that stuff works.
So we could do like a mic, a camera,
You're out on the antenna.
a lot, a
The
light.
the golden antenna.
Yeah, I don't
Mhm.
think people would know what those are.
A tripod.
A tripod.
Tripod,
That
yeah.
would be
Like
fun.
a broken tripod.
Yeah, it's kind of like the bit, right?
You guys are always carrying like huge bags. Maybe it could be a huge
yeah.
bag.
Is there
True.
somebody in there? How
We
much
both-
does that weigh?
Yeah.
We both invested in carts though.
Wagons.
Wagons.
We have the wagons.
There you go. Get a wagon.
If you see me walking around with a wagon.
The golden wagon.
True. A wagon.
Who texted that in? Greg?
Greg
in South Dakota. Shout out, Greg. Shout out, South Dakota. Follow-up question, Greg. Where are you from? What side of the state? Very important.
Okay. Well, we'll see if we get an answer on that one.
Call in, text in 402-464-5685. Kelsey Casper with Channel 8. Also, how long you have to go back to work? You anchor tonight?
Yeah.
You just hang
I'll go back
You're just
whenever.
hanging out with us.
I gotta edit just a few things. That's
You're
about it.
fine. And so, big White Sox fan. They did not play today. The game is postponed to tomorrow. Monday Night Football is going to start here in 20 minutes. I always feel like I have to get in all these little like facts about sports, which just like this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. But
spew them all at once.
Yeah.
Do you have any more?
Also like the Boston Red Sox and the Rays are playing. Which did you see? Like ESPN or someone tweeted that MLB tweeted like that's the Tom Brady game.
No.
It's a little
but
bit.
it makes sense.
It's a stretch. That's a stretch. It's a stretch.
I guess so. Mostly because nobody actually cares about the Tampa Bay baseball Rays, but whatever.
They don't?
No, they win, but nobody actually cares. They can't even fill their stadium. They've won the division like a lot over the last decade, and they can't fill their stadium.
They're good, but they don't have like the history or anything behind it like the Red Sox or something like that.
I wish I had a team. I feel like people who have baseball teams
are cooler. I agree.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
you could be a Sox fan. We'll welcome you.
Honestly, though, like the 10-11 newsroom is filled with Cubs fans.
Exactly. Go against.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
It's the
Royals.
majority.
Who should I pick as my baseball team to follow? 402-464-5685. Did I say it? I didn't even look.
You did it. You did a nice job. I would say that if you're picking between the Royals and the White Sox, you could go off of who's won the more recent World Series and
fight it out.
That would be the Royals. Once again, people forget they won 5 years ago.
I do enjoy the White Sox's jerseys.
Okay.
I think
the black was sharp.
And
the South Side jerseys, awesome.
Yeah, those were pretty
the
cool.
white with the black lines.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good old pinstripes. Oh,
yeah.
Classic.
The lines.
The lines. The lines.
Classic
The
lines.
stripes.
You don't like the Royals jerseys? Blue?
I was gonna say that I like the light blue.
Oh, it's the powder blue, the Sundays.
Yeah.
The baby blue.
Yeah, powder. They call it powder blue.
Baby blue.
They wear it on Sunday afternoon day games.
He's
Doesn't like Ole Miss has that powder blue?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a really nice color.
Yeah.
Like that.
Happer has something to ask you.
Yes.
What was I going to ask Kelsey?
Yeah. How is she celebrating today?
Oh yeah, it's Nicole wants everyone to know that it's 10-11 day. So
no, you're supposed to ask her without asking.
No, I'm throwing you under the bus here. Everyone would like to know how you're celebrating 10-11
how I'm celebrating 10-11 day.
I'm just wondering.
By working at Channel 8.
Now
a full day.
I reminded her that there's no 937, in the year or anything like that. But there's two 937s every day. And for you, 8, that's easy. There's 8s everywhere.
Exactly.
The Ocho. ESPN had a show about you guys.
That's right.
For a long time.
Yeah. That is kind of cool though. A 10-11 day.
The Red Sox are up 4-0. The Red Sox rake. It is off the wall.
They're a wagon. People are saying when teams are good now, like I heard somebody refer to the Bills today as a wagon. Are you guys cool with that?
I have a wagon.
Right. That's what reminded me of this before.
Who said that?
I was listening to the first 2 minutes of Pardon My Take.
I listened to it this morning.
Yeah, because it's super funny the very beginning of it when they do the recap of the games from the weekend, and then
call it a wagon.
He called it PFT called it the Bills a wagon, and I was like, that's kind of funny. I actually kind of like that. So I'm gonna if Nebraska wins this weekend, they're a wagon.
They won the wagon.
If they don't win an actual wagon. Nicole doesn't seem to understand.
I get it.
No, they're just a wagon.
Are you going? You're not going.
To what?
Minnesota.
No, I'm not going. I was happy. I heard you're going now.
I don't know. I asked. I was going to talk to you about it. When we were in the press box room. press room on Saturday, and then you said you were not going, and then I didn't want to be like, well, I'm going. So that awkward moment when you're like, hey, so how did the players sound? I heard from Happer's perspective, but how did the players sound today regarding like mental, physical, emotional, like fatigue?
Yeah, they seemed pretty good about it. That's what I kind of led with in my show, was talking about the 7 straight games that they played. Like, you think they'd be dead. Like, and
You would think.
And dear God, that defense, I mean, it's so physical out there. But I mean, of course, they're not going to say, oh, I'm so tired.
That's what
But, they seem to be handling it well. And I think they're looking forward to that off week. So
I think so too.
Yeah.
They're grinding. They're grinding to get there.
They deserve it too.
Yep.
They just have to get through PJ Fleck. And I made one comment one time that I enjoyed him as a coach, and people won't let me.
I said that once too before I got here.
You do it one time, and they don't enjoy it.
I know. I got criticized. I was like, oh, he seems like pretty outgoing. This is before I really knew much about him.
That he was
yeah.
a car salesman. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, he's better than Tracy Claeys.
Yeah, he's had more. No, he's good. I like Fleck.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying now.
I think people have come around to the idea that he's actually a halfway decent coach.
Halfway decent.
He's pretty good. Like,
It's
they've
2 years ago they were.
Yeah, they won
ranked.
11 games.
Yeah.
Yuck.
11 football.
Could you
games.
imagine winning 11 football games?
I could not, because that has never happened since I have been aware of Nebraska football. Actually,
Been born?
Well, not since I've been born. They've won more than that since I've been born, but like 2001 and on, or after, post 2001, basically, which they've done that 0 times since then, I think.
Speaking of 2001, Eric Crouch.
Yeah.
That man, he was in the press box before the game. That guy doesn't age.
No.
What is he drinking up in
How
Omaha? Or
old is he? I don't know.
Yeah, he's an Omaha guy.
I thought he was an Elkhorn
guy.
He went to Miller North, but he probably lives in Elkhorn now. That makes sense.
But I have a picture with him. It's a long story, but I have a picture with him from College Game Day 2018, Ohio State, and he looks like my brother. We look like we're siblings.
Yeah. Right. No,
and then I saw him at the press box, and he's wearing jeans and just a t-shirt.
He's been around for he's been since he's left Nebraska. He's kind of been around for he had a short little stint in the NFL or whatever that was, like a preseason basically.
Coached at Midland.
And yeah, but he's been around here basically since over the last 15 years, and he has not changed. You were right.
Yeah.
Yes.
How old is he? No one's on. Do you guys know?
So he would have been a senior in 01. So whatever that means.
20 years from
20. So he's probably 42.
Yeah, looks pretty good for 42.
I'm just amazed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is he 42? Big Sky? Wow. Kelsey. Who said that?
No.
Connor. Never mind.
I won't take the credit.
Never mind. Okay. So it's Monday. How does the flow of your week go? So you do the pressers today. The weeks are you have the press conferences during the week in the morning, but then high school football, state softball is this week.
Yeah, this week's different. Usually I do Monday morning press conference, anchor at night, Tuesday morning, early press conference, anchor at night, but taking tomorrow off.
See ya.
Oh yeah, I won't be here. And then
how soon in advance do you have to tell them that?
I told them today. Oh well.
You're I got this thing on my back. I'm taking tomorrow off.
I got state softball on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
That's right.
Out
to Hastings.
Out to Hastings.
Is this where it is?
Yes.
That's a great little
hour and a half
drive. Nice
hour
little
45.
Taco Bell right next to the.
That's right.
There's
Walmart.
a Freddy's.
And you can shoot up. They have the risers.
Yes,
those
kind of terrifying, but nice.
Actually, very really, because softball is really hard to shoot.
It is.
It's not hard to shoot. It's really hard to shoot and not be in the way of people.
Yeah, you're either in the fences, you get a pole, you get it's very difficult. So they literally build these risers. It looks like someone's like a painting.
Yep.
They're painting a
Yeah, I
house or
got you.
something
Yeah.
down the baselines. You have to climb up a ladder, put all your equipment on there, and stand on it. So it's not very. It doesn't seem very stable.
But it's enjoyable
But
because you got a good shot.
Yes, there's no fences or anything like that. So you're
That's
basically-
preferable,
You're
I
risking
guess,
your
yeah.
life for the shot, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So
And then there's not. So I grew up South Dakota, played softball. They had nets. Everywhere. So like foul balls could not just like safety wise, and because the complex, it was like the main, it was like in a circle. So like they could up top in the box, they could see like all the games, kind of how state is set up.
Yeah.
And then there was all the nets around out there. When you're up on those like little high rises,
You better watch out.
You just hear heads.
Oh, I'm terrified of heights, so
Well, it's not that high.
But I'm saying like
I'm also terrified
if I am like free, like if there's open air around me and I'm like anything above like 10 feet off the ground, that's a bad deal for me. It's a bad. That's probably an exaggeration, but yeah, I don't know if I ever had a job where I had to like go in one of those cherry pickers where you like, you go in the thing and it lifts you up all.
No,
I would just quit right on the spot.
Yeah.
Just quit.
Okay, we have a question on the text line.
Okay.
Nicole and Kelsey, what should I get my 47-year-old mother for her birthday?
Wow.
Is the age important?
It's like a pretty young person that texted this in. 47-year-old mother.
I mean, are you supposed to say how old your mother is turning? Text her?
Just, so what would you get for a 47-year-old mom?
Different
than a 60-year-old mom?
Different than a 46, different than a 48.
Yeah. Big difference.
I've been going flowers a lot for my mom on her birthday.
The great thing about moms is they will like anything you get them.
Putting in the effort, it means a lot. So
at least in my
flowers,
experience.
A nice card, flowers,
handwritten, preferably. I feel like now I'm trying to think of what we've gotten my mom in the past.
Like,
what about when she was 47?
Oh God. Oh, last year, Mom. I know she's probably listening.
Yeah, my 47-year-old mom.
Yeah.
She's great.
Oh yeah,
she's fun. She's hip.
My mom loves Nicole now.
She does?
Yeah, remember I told you she followed you on Twitter, remember?
I thought that was your dad.
Maybe
it was both of them.
They love Twitter. They're definitely listening right now. Shout out mom and dad.
Shout Terry.
Yes.
Terry Casper?
Yes.
Is that their mom or dad?
That's my mom.
And then your dad is
Jim.
Hi, Jim and Terry. Maybe Terry should tell us what we should get.
I know.
This
I feel like
texters.
we've gotten her like a massage, like a gift card to a spa,
Treat
or
herself.
a gift card to massage, time alone that she does not have to spend with people. Some nice alone time.
Meals, like not a gift card, but like if you like pick up the food and like bring it to them, or tell them to go to a certain place. I have accidentally sent my home chef to them, my parents, multiple times, and I can't have them send it to me. They just have to eat it.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
is a nice gift.
I'm like, enjoy it. I forgot to change my address.
You don't have to do the dishes or whatever. You're good.
My dad said yes to the massage.
See?
He's on it.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Jim, when he turns 47, what are we going to get him?
In a few years.
Yeah. He's got a couple more, right?
Okay. Kelsey, how are you feeling? This is your second radio show.
I think I did better. How would you guys grade me?
There is no grade.
This is just a good conversation. It doesn't need to be graded or thought. We grade Nebraska football on Sundays with Twitter highlights. We don't need to do this here. It's just
we'll grade you when you leave.
Behind my back, preferably. I like it that way.
So, busy week for you.
Yeah.
But you're going to have tomorrow off.
Yes.
Maybe we'll hang out because Happer won't hang out with me tomorrow.
Exactly. We're
Unclear.
Gonna go watch Sox game.
Unclear.
Yeah. Maybe we'll hang out and watch the Sox game.
Maybe.
Without you.
Maybe.
You
Sounds like it at this point, actually.
You could maybe come.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay, fine.
Well, thanks, Kelsey, for joining us. That
Thank you,
was
guys.
catching up, keeping up with Kelsey, connecting with. We'll figure it out.
Oh, that's a good option.
We'll figure it out. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after this.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday. You lost Wednesday. You're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. 93.7 The Ticket. Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Partly cloudy skies this morning should give way to plenty of afternoon sunshine. We'll top out at around 74. North winds at around 10. Heading into tonight, mainly clear, a low dropping down to 46. We'll top out near 76 tomorrow, but southeast winds could gust over 35. That's a check of your forecast. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Allo knows businesses need reliable communication, both at the office and at home. Now more than ever. Just listen to Bill Mitchner from Lighthouse.
Before we'd have breaks in service, especially for internet, but we've never had any issues with Allo. It's always been there and available when we needed it.
At Allo, supporting your business is our business. To get your free quote and switch today, visit allofiber.com/workfast or call 402-480-6685 today.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Nebraska Army National Guard. Aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
The workday is long, the bills are due, and sometimes you just need to relax. There's no better way to do that than in your brand new hot spring spa from Bonsall Pool & Spa. With hot tubs as low as $75 per month and interest-free financing, you're sure to find the perfect spa to fit your lifestyle. So get over to Bonsall Pool & Spa today and check out their selection of hot spring spas. Bonsall Pool & Spa, 33rd and Highway 2. Every day made better.
Tailgating wasn't just meant for weekends. Join 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday at Chick-fil-A for Tailgate Tuesdays. Scan your app with any purchase on Tuesdays and you'll be entered to win a tailgate meal for 15 people. That's chicken nuggets, fresh fruit, and iced tea or lemonade. Winners will be contacted each Wednesday, and you can come see Tom and Bach from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the 48th and O location or at South Point each week. It's Tailgate Tuesdays all season long at Chick-fil-A in Lincoln.
All the fall favorites are back at Bagels & Joe. Try their caramel apple cream cheese on any of their bagels, or pick up some pumpkin chocolate chip muffins or pumpkin spice lattes for the office. And don't forget their delicious breakfast sandwiches and burritos. Bagels & Joe with 4 Lincoln locations.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batstorats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
Prost, beer drinkers, and get ready for the best Oktoberfest party in the city at Kincaid Brewing Company in the Haymarket this Saturday, October 16th. Stop by anytime from noon to 10 p.m. Admission is free, and there will be live music going the entire time. Cornhole begins at 1 o'clock, and Stein Stamina goes from 2 to 6 p.m. Buy a beer Stein for $20, and you'll get your first fill free. Plus, a German Oktoberfest-inspired menu made from Grata will be available for food throughout. It's Oktoberfest from noon to 10 p.m. on Saturday at Kincaid Brewing Company in the Haymarket.
Back to the Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Nicole Griffith.
Hello, welcome back in to the Ticket Weeknights. Connor Happer's getting situated. We might lose him in his train of thought for the next 30 minutes because he is locked into NFL football because of his...
Yeah, I love football.
The F word. His fantasy team.
Yeah, we get. Are we? Is it time to do the 30-second fantasy update? Okay.
No.
All right. Because I have some news for you.
I don't care. Actually, yeah, we can go into it if we want. Or we can wait. The only other really big thing I want to hit on tonight.
You're the captain here.
That's true. I'm the captain now.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite movies. Shout out.
You don't even know what it's called.
No.
But it's one of your favorite movies.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Captain Phillips.
Somali Pirates.
Yep. So
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is one of my favorite actors, but
Hanks is the best.
I
What's your favorite captain version of Hanks? Is it Phillips or is it Sully?
Okay, so Sully, I cried
Oh, Sully is an incredible movie.
because I okay, so when people ask me, like, I like lied on recruiting hour one time because Schaefer's like, what are your favorite movies? And then I blank. I forget every movie I've ever seen.
I agree.
And I'm not
Same.
I'm not just a dude, bro, who's like, I love Top Gun and I love like duh.
Dude bros would say that.
Right? Like
dude bros would say that.
I enjoy, what's the movie Sip's obsessed with that
I
he
don't know, like Roadhouse probably.
American Made.
American Made. Like I just don't. I forget. I'm like, I like Harry Potter and I like Disney, but no one cares about that stuff.
You like Sully?
Sully
is awesome. Sully had an HBO run recently, and I watched it a couple times.
So I own Captain Phillips. I don't own Sully. So maybe that's kind of where it lies. But Captain Phillips, I loved. Sully, I watched it with my dad, and I don't know if we have like a theater room, and so it was just like a little more dramatic, I think, than like maybe just watching it on like a. But the fact like they made him like relive that scenario so many times.
Birds.
I was just like, I started crying out of stress. I was like, leave him alone.
Anything with Hanks, and this has been my thing for a long time. Anything with Hanks and like a mode of transportation,
you're in.
It's a great movie. It's automatically think of all of the. Think of all the Tom Hanks plane movies, first of all. So you have Sully.
Let's IMDb him.
Yeah, you have Sully.
These
you
are
have
new.
One of my favorite, most underrated movies of all time that people think is bad, but I will always fight to the death with him on. It's called The Terminal. He plays a guy named Victor Navorsky.
Is that the German movie?
No.
Okay. He was recently in a Germany movie.
He plays a guy named Victor Navorsky, and he gets stuck in JFK for a very, very long time because his country is like no longer recognized as a country. He plays a foreign guy. Hilarious movie. Stanley Tucci's in it. Love Stanley Tucci. And okay, so then you got like Apollo 13. You got Castaway. There's definitely more Tom Hanks plane movies. Does Toy Story count? Buzz Lightyear, maybe. Yeah, Big Sky's giving me a yes.
As a what?
It's a Tom Hanks plane movie.
No, stop.
He drives on the RC car.
Okay. Tom Hanks transportation movie.
He has won 2 Oscars.
Forrest Gump, he's on a boat.
He's only won 2 Oscars?
For what?
It just says won 2 Oscars.
But what roles did he win Oscars for?
It doesn't say.
There's no, you can't like click on it.
No, it's like not.
All right.
Stop. I'm going to find it first. Keep going, talking about your favorite movie.
No, those are just the Tom Hanks. I mean, I've had this take for a long time, so people who are listening have definitely heard this before. But yeah.
Okay, Academy Awards, Best Actor in. That's not Oscars. Yes, it is. I can't. I'm not enjoying this. It's not easily found for me.
He won for Philadelphia in 94 and Gump in 95. Best Actor.
Gump was 94, but maybe that's when the awards is 95.
Probably
the year after.
He was also nominated for Saving Private Ryan, another plane movie, Castaway, Big, and A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Big
the
is
Mr.
not...
Rogers movie, Supporting Actor.
Big is a plane movie.
Big is not a plane movie.
Okay,
Big is a movie where he becomes.
I know.
Big.
I've seen it, so I'm just like, that's not a plane movie.
No, Saving Private Ryan is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Tom Hanks. How did we get on that topic? Movie?
You said something about I'm the captain now.
Oh, you said that of this ship that we need to be directed on. The only other thing that I wanted to talk about in the show, because was what 3 games get Nebraska to a bowl game. But I don't know if that's like the vibe we're on right now, because positive vibes only.
Well, there's a way that they can get there. It's not over, and it's like I actually think it's more likely than not that they do get to 6 at this point. Slightly more likely than not.
Ooh, Gruden's on the hot seat. New York Times, just breaking news. You ready for this?
Oh, is it the emails?
Yeah.
Did they find more emails?
30 minutes ago, the NFL coach John Gruden used misogynistic and homophobic language for years. A review of his email show he denounced the emergence of women referees, the drafting of a gay player, and the tolerance of protests during the national anthem.
Oops.
So that's why I'm a Chicago Bears fan, and everyone.
What?
Well, not everyone.
What, Big Sky?
I can't imagine Carl Nassib will like that at all.
Yeah.
That's one of his own players.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
Or any women officials that are in the NFL right now. Or just anybody with a soul.
Yeah. So the Bears beat them this weekend, and people were like, "Oh, Bears big win," and then it's like it's all overshadowed because the Raiders are not well right now.
No, they are not.
So
unwell.
But so vibes.
Okay.
Not sure, Captain, where we want to go this way. So the Huskers three games to get to a bowl game. So at Minnesota this weekend, which Happer and I will both be at.
Yep.
And then
you are looking live.
Maybe I'll have you do my stand-ups.
I could be on TV. I've said this before. If there's one thing, like I have a rational confidence in myself to do stuff that I've never done before.
Your irrational confidence?
Yes. Yeah. Like Jamal Murray shooting threes in the playoffs. Like I believe they're going in every single time.
Like J.R. Smith golfing.
Who actually looked he looked like he had a decent swing.
I'll let, since the game's at 11 and we have like 3 hours before show, I'll let you record one for fun.
Oh my God.
Not with the 10-11 mic. Like I'll take the mic flag off, but you can just have the mic.
This is going to be amazing. Awesome.
Happer can do my story for me.
I have I could get a lot of angles. A lot of angles to the story.
The angles.
Yep. You got to watch the angles. Okay. Minnesota. Bye week. Purdue.
Oh, I need to put that in there.
Purdue at home. I mean, you're going to win the bye week.
Well, I don't have it in the week's schedule. Isn't there? There's two?
There's two more bye weeks. So you get Minnesota bye week, Purdue, Ohio State bye week, Wisconsin, Iowa. So Nebraska needs to find 3 more wins there to get to 6. And I think the most likely 3 are Minnesota, Purdue, and Wisconsin. And I don't think that you are for sure going to lose to either of the 2 other teams. It's less likely that you beat Ohio State and Iowa. But if they're not 5-4 going into the Ohio State game, then they're not going to get there, right? Like they need to win the next 2 for sure. I think those are like non-negotiable. So I guess we'll see what it looks like in 3 weeks. But I like their chances to win this Saturday. They're a favorite. They're gonna continue to be a favorite, and I think they'll be a favorite in 2 Saturdays back here at home too.
I feel like Nebraska, though, does have a chance to beat either Ohio State or Iowa just on how well they have performed against Oklahoma, Michigan State, and Michigan.
Yeah, they're not going to be scared of them.
And even if it does get the problem with it's not that they can't win the games, it's just like you're drained by then. And it's like you wishing you won the Illinois game seems eons ago. And it would be so nice to have that W.
Sure would.
But
that game is just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse every week.
Because what's Illinois like 2 in?
Oh, they're horrible. They're very bad.
And Wisconsin's not doing great.
Wisconsin's not looking great. That's always going to be a challenge, and it's there. But I've said this for a few weeks now. I just envision this scenario where, like there's a real possibility that Iowa is ranked number 1.
No.
When they come here on Black Friday.
Please no.
Number 1 in the country.
But how just would that be the perfect storyline?
Oh my God.
For Nebraska.
It would be. So remember that game, you don't because you weren't here yet, in 2015. So
I was in high school.
Basically the same.
I was in college.
I was going to say, you weren't. In 2015, Iowa was undefeated. They were having their great season, and Nebraska was 5-6, and they were trying to get to bowl eligibility. And there was some doubt. It was Mike Riley's second year, but people felt good about kind of the way it was headed, the way that they played. They had beaten Michigan State, and I think Iowa's number 3 or 4 in the country. And Nebraska played well enough to win, but Tommy Armstrong threw 4 interceptions, and Nebraska lost that game and Iowa ended up going to the Big Ten championship game, losing, and then getting blown out in the Rose Bowl. But there was a way where they would have made the playoff. It's that times about 10, probably, especially if Iowa's number 1, and then with all that's on the line around here with Frost as well, especially if they're not at 6 yet. So, yeah, I hope they can clear that bar before then, but we'll see.
So Iowa, this is disgusting. Nebraska has changed me that they could be number 1, and I'm kind of grossed out by that.
Yeah, it's not right.
And then what I think is frustrating, so this is my 3rd season covering Nebraska football, is my first Nebraska Iowa game was like the kiss blowing one, when the kicker
19.
Yep, made the game winning field goal and
Mhm.
blew the kisses. And I was
Mhm.
like, how can you not
Hate Iowa?
or just be so fired up the next game we're going to destroy them.
Mhm.
And then they still lost.
Yep. Lost last year.
Yeah. So
Haven't won.
they haven't
6
beat
times in a row.
Iowa. Yeah. Just maybe that's the bingo card.
Well, that was that 2015 game that I just talked about. That was the first in the line of the losses. They had beaten them the previous year in Bo Pelini's last game.
How does Iowa have such a easy record?
Well, they get the easy schedule every year, and then they
Why?
win big games. That's kind of what they do.
Because they have Purdue. All they have left is Purdue, Wisconsin, Northwestern, Minnesota, Illinois, and Nebraska.
Which is basically the entire West, which is not very good this year. But their crossovers, they beat Penn State this past weekend, which is obviously tough. They got Indiana to start things off, and then their other crossover was Maryland, who they destroyed. So, in the Big Ten, that's kind of how it's going to work. If your crossovers are easy, you're going to have a good chance to win your division. In Iowa, that lined up for them this year.
How'd they get that?
Luck. It's just luck, and how it matches up. You have one semi-permanent crossover opponent. Nebraska's been Ohio State for the last 6 years.
Is it going to be like that forever?
It's going to be Michigan now for the next 6 years. So you're going to get Michigan now for the next 6 years instead of Ohio State, which I think is good. I think Wisconsin gets Ohio State now, and Iowa. I can't remember who they get in their crossover, but that's basically, and then who you get at home, and that's kind of what it comes down to. And Iowa's on the when they are, undefeated into this point in the season, like they have been a couple of times over the last decade, it usually lines up for them that way, and it is this year.
Good to know. So I would go along with the same. I'm not copying you, but I feel like it's pretty obvious,
right,
that the 3.
But don't you if they lose this weekend, it's a totally different conversation.
They
right?
have to.
Yep.
I feel like we say that each week. They have to beat this team. They have to beat this team. But now it's actually coming to light.
They didn't have to beat Michigan. You would have liked to beat Michigan.
The way that they're playing, you're right. It gets harder.
So there are games where you are supposed to win them, and you can't lose anymore. You already had one that you lost that you were supposed to win, and that was against Illinois. And like I said, let's forget about that one. Let's just
we can't forget about it because it's stuck on that record.
Yeah, it's right there. But you can't lose you don't get any more slip ups. You can't lose any more games that you're supposed to win. And they have 2 in a row. They got to win them both.
And go to a bowl game for the first time in 5 years.
Yep. That's where we're at right now. And and then at the end, maybe if they do get to a bowl game, we're looking at it, it's like, you know what? They went 6-6. It wasn't so bad. They lost to a whole bunch of top 10 teams that ended up being pretty good, and there was a real way where they could have went 8-4 in another alternate universe.
Well,
I mean, we could have that conversation at the end. They got to get to 6 first.
Well, the people are tweeting Nebraska's 4 plays away from being 7-0, and that's
it's a bit of a stretch.
That just makes the wound hurt a little more.
Yeah, it actually does. Yeah,
and so
I think they've lost. I think they've lost 3 50-50 games. You're on you basically flipped the coin 3 times and you guessed wrong all 3 times. And the Illinois game was not one of those. You just, you flipped the coin and it flew away. But whatever the equivalent is to that.
And now they're meeting in Ireland.
Right. That's Northwestern. Yeah.
Northwestern. It would have been Illinois.
It would have been Illinois this year, right?
I just hope they get to a bowl game because then it makes the winter a little less. It extends the off season.
I totally agree.
And so, because it's a long time from when is the Iowa game? What day of the? I mean, it's a Friday, but
Is it the
end of November,
28th or something?
26th.
Yeah.
So like the season could end then, and then you have all of December, January. Like, oh man, it's long.
Yeah, totally agree. Extend that season, more practices, more stuff to talk about.
Everyone's just
Cuts off the offseason by a month.
That's a long time.
That's a big deal. We're talking about 9 months. You take away one of those months, that's a big deal.
Thank you, Happer, for those.
I got you. Math.
If you're just joining us, this is the Tailgate Weeknights. I'm your host, Nicole Griffith. Monday Night Football is going on. I'm still just going to keep teasing Happer. He can't talk about fantasy football.
I demand my fantasy football 30 seconds after the break.
Yeah, I was going to give it to you.
Okay, thank you.
So you don't have to demand it. But the Colts are up 7-0 on the Ravens, and it is about 2 minutes until left in the first quarter. And also, the Red Sox are playing right now over the Rays. They were up 4-0 last I checked. They are, it's 5-1 now, middle of the fifth. They are, quote unquote, raking.
Nice.
How are we doing over there, Big Sky?
Break time.
Oh, we're going to take a break. Okay. We are going to take a break, and Happer will get his 30 seconds of fantasy football talk next.
Why pay for average lawn care when you can get better elsewhere? Blades Lawn Care is the place to go for excellent service for homeowners associations and commercial or residential lawn work. As we enter the fall with aerating and lawn care ahead of winter, also prepare for 2022 maintenance for your lawn. Call Rich today at 402-730-6320 to learn more, or to schedule services for the fall, or to look ahead to 2022. Blades Lawn Care, trusted service for over 10 years.
Experiencing increased body fat, low sex drive, lack of energy, or general fatigue? Vitalize Health offers testosterone replacement therapy and peptide therapy to boost hormone levels and build muscle mass. Call Vitalize Health today at 402-413-0717 or go online to vitalizehealthne.com.
Tired of interrupted printing or money-wasting long-term copier contract? Join Cartridge World's no-cost printer program. You get a free brand printer, free service maintenance and repair, free delivery. All this for just buying our high-quality, affordable printer cartridges. Simple agreements and local friendly service, as it has been for more than 25 years. Cartridge World. Contact us today.
The worst of times can bring out the best in each of us. Doctors, nurses, and frontline workers have labored selflessly to keep us safe during the health crisis of our lifetime. How do we thank these heroes? It's simple. Get your COVID vaccine so we can end this pandemic. Variants are on the rise, and we don't want to put these heroes through another health crisis. They have given their all. Now it's up to you. Please do your part. For you, for them, for us.
This message sponsored by the Helmsley Charitable Trust, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, I'm Charlie Stone, and joining me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, are you there?
Yes, I am, Charlie.
Hey, Andy, I saw on television you have more than 500 new Hondas in stock or on the way. Now, I'm sure the listeners would like to hear more about that.
Well, Charlie, it's true. We have truckloads of new Hondas arriving just about every day. What's different is you won't see them on the lot very long because most all of them are pre-sold. And that's what we're encouraging all of our customers to do is get in here, get their order in as soon as possible.
Well, tell me, Andy, will they have to wait long?
Not really. It could be a few days or maybe even a few weeks, but not long at all. So I really invite everyone to come on out and experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Thank you, Andy. Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batstorats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
Not all championships come with a trophy. Some help save lives. If you'd like to be on the team that kicks cancer's butt, come to Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln this fall and support their Cheers to Hope campaign. Every Cheers to Hope koozie or ACS chicken ringer you buy supports the American Cancer Society and their fight against cancer. Sounds like a win to me. You get great beer, the best chicken sandwich in the league, the chicken ringer, and you're helping fight cancer. Cheers to Hope at Buffalo Wings and Rings, the better Buffalo.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket. Sponsored by Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, Tractor Supply Distribution Center, T.O. Haas Tire and Auto, Planet Fitness, Barnwood and Leather, and Vitalize Health.
You could celebrate a Nebraska football win with chips or wings and your favorite beverage, but Beatrice Bakery has all sorts of cakes to celebrate all victories this fall. Coffee cake, breakfast bread, artisan cakes, and especially Grandma's fruit cake. No one remembers who brought the chips, but everyone remembers who brought the cake. Make your parties memorable and your Mondays at the office better with cakes from Beatrice Bakery. They ship nationwide. Check out BeatriceBakery.com. Proud sponsors of the Nebraska Shrine Bowl. Welcome to our world of yum.
Back to the Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Nicole Griffin.
Hello, everybody. We are in the last segment of the show. It's been a fun show today. A lot of talking. It's usually what we do on radio. Only had one guest, but that guest was Kelsey Casper, our good friend.
She's money.
She is a wagon.
Hey, see? Yeah, it is cool. It's confirmed. We're doing that. We're doing wagons.
So, after a long, grueling show, I am allowing Happer his 30 seconds of shine. This is a segment. Connor Happer, what is it called? Happer's Fantasy Football 30-second update.
So last night I asked, when do I get my fantasy football minute? And I thought that I could trick you by getting an extra 30 seconds.
Nope, not
you
happening.
You can't get anything by Nicole. Okay, this is what you tell me when to go.
All right. On your marks, get set, go.
All right. This week, the non-binary potato heads, we are in pretty much full rebuild mode. I traded Dalvin Cook to somebody else for draft picks for next year. I am currently in talks to give away Josh Allen to somebody for draft picks next year. We're in full-on rebuild mode. Nobody means anything. I'm acquiring free agents like crazy.
4,
and we're looking forward to 2022.
2, 1. Thank you.
That probably will be the last fantasy football 30 seconds because my team is horrendous.
Well, whose fault is that?
Well, I don't know. I thought I drafted okay, and because I had Dalvin Cook, but then he sucked, and now he's hurt, and I traded him.
And you're done.
Yep, packing it in. But Josh Allen is a wagon, and he had 36.5 points last night against the Chiefs. So.
Well, okay. So I was watching that game because I got home late last night, and it was still going on.
Yeah, lightning delay.
And then I did not super enjoy them showing Mitch Trubisky.
He's the backup for the Bills.
But I'm just like...
That's your boy.
I mean, no.
That's your guy.
Nope, he's not. Not in the slightest. And, I turned to my friend, and I was like, why are they showing him? Did he do something? And they're like, he's the backup. And I'm like, did he do something in this game?
He did nothing. He supported Josh Allen.
Then why do we even show him?
Just to say he's there.
It's unnecessary. He was awful.
He was bad in Chicago, but maybe because his coach sucked and not because he was that bad.
Yeah. The Bears, not back, but they did win.
Bears
but
are not
it's
back.
over a tainted Raiders team right now.
Yeah, Raiders are in a bit of trouble.
A pickle.
2 weeks ago, they were
3-0 and flying high.
They were kind of a wagon, if you will. But
Ew.
But now they are not. One of their wheels has fallen off.
If you're just tuning in, John Gruden under some fire. More emails are getting released, and it's not looking so great for the Raiders head coach.
Big Sky wants to say something.
Yeah, if I may, if you're familiar with the show SpongeBob, there's a scene where Pearl and her friends say coral instead of cool, and then Mr. Krabs starts saying it, and it's no longer cool after that.
Oh,
That's what
So
you guys are
who's
doing to
Mr.
Wagon right now.
Krabs here?
That's what you guys are doing for me.
You
I'm
think we're both Mr.
Pearl.
Krabs?
I'm Pearl, and you're both Mr. Krabs.
I don't think so, Big Sky. You don't get to decide this.
I have a hot take. I have a take. I just have a fact. I'm not a sponger.
I never watched it as a kid either.
Yeah.
But
I appreciate the reference, Big Sky.
It's actually become weirdly more popular now. I feel like there's a lot of TikToks about it or like memes about it now. A lot of SpongeBob memes, and I get them because I get the point. But I didn't really watch the show religiously. I know about the chum bucket.
Anyways, this has been a great show with us. Thanks for listening.
I know about Krabby Patties.
Stop talking. Minnesota week this week. Happer and I will both be at the game, and he might do a story for you. I might let him do a stand-up. We will talk.
I can't wait.
We can't. There's nothing more to say to that.
Nope, not at
And
all.
I get really stressed.
Watch for me on the local news.
I get really stressed during this part of the show. So just take us out, Big Sky.
Hi, I'm Charlie Stone, and